Hello my darlings. Well, this is the long-awaited makeup look I told you I was going to do for the Christmas period. Unfortunately, with me being sick, I wasn't able to do it. So what I decided to do was a last minute video for New Year's parties and that sort of thing. I tend to not go overboard with my makeup. I like to have a dark eye and a lot of the time a neutral lip. Now I have been going for very dark lips and stuff. This year I'm very into the dark lip this year, but normally I wouldn't be. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go for a darker smoky eye and then quite a neutral lip maybe. We will see how we get on. So first thing is first, I have washed my face, I have moisturised, so now it's time for priming. And priming is something that is extremely important whenever you're putting on makeup. A lot of people do say to me, oh, I've never used primer and I've never had a problem. But 5 minutes before they've maybe asked me for a foundation that would be good that stays on all day because they find theirs doesn't. So right away there they have contradicted themselves, and that really gets to me because if they got a good primer and a good foundation, they're going to be sorted. So anyway, within FM we have two different types of primers. Depending on what kind of skin tone you have. We have one that is illuminating, so if you have tired and dull dry skin, this is really going to perk you up from underneath your foundation. Then we also have a silicone base which is going to mattify any shininess and take that all away for you, and it gives you a really smooth base for putting your foundation on over the top of it. So I use the silicone base foundation. As you can see, I do have a lot of shininess. So I want to have a really smooth base before I even start. So starting off with just a small amount on your finger, I just go like this and then I start here and I just smooth it out from here over the rest of my face, and you will feel this smooth, almost velvety feeling as you are stroking over your face. And that's it. That is you primed and ready to go. So then what you want to decide is the coverage. Do you want to go for a fuller coverage foundation, or do you want to stick with a lighter foundation? If you want to go for something lighter, if you don't need a fuller coverage on your face, what I recommend is going for our CC cream. So our CC cream is our Colour and Care and comes in 15 SPF, which is really good. So I always highly recommend it to anyone whenever they're picking out things like this here, that they do go for something with an SPF in it so that your skin is protected. Doesn't matter where you live or what time of year it is, there is still sun coming through, so you need that protection. So anyway, I have mine in Genius Nude. But I also have the Advanced Foundation. Now we do also have a second skin, which would be the middle of the road foundation. So you've got your CC cream, which would be really light, almost, for me it's almost like a tinted moisturiser with a primer in it. So it's really good that way. Some people actually wear the CC cream or even a BB cream in some companies. I know they sell those. They wear that underneath their foundation, so they wear it as a primer rather than wearing it on its own. However, for me, if I'm not wanting to wear a lot of makeup, I would put a CC cream on, a bit of lip gloss and my mascara and eyeliner, and that's it. Sometimes I don't even bother with the eyeliner, just mascara just to perk up the eyes a wee bit. So for this look, I'm not going to go for a CC cream, I'm actually going to go for my foundation, and this is the Advanced Foundation. As I said, all the information of the ingredients and everything for these products are available on my fan page. The links for that will be down below. If you just pop over to Facebook, you can see all the information. I have albums with the catalogues so that you can find out exactly what is in all these products. So I just pop some onto my hand like this and I get myself a brush. Again, this is something that I have issues with talking to customers. They're saying, oh, do you know what, I've always just used my hands. And do you know what, that's fair enough, but your hands are actually soaking in a lot of the product whenever you're putting it on, and you're not getting the coverage that you expect, and you're actually using up a lot of your product before you've even started really. You're already taken away from what you're going to have. So I like to use a brush because do you know what? Sometimes it's easier to spread it round if you have a brush on. You get a better coverage. And depending on your brushes, everybody's skin is different and everybody likes different brushes. I like this brush from Real Techniques. I am going to do a review of the FM brushes, so that's to come, but I am testing those all out myself. Even as a rep, I do want to give you the best information, so I'm not going to tell you just go ahead and buy them before I've tested them myself. As you guys know, I haven't been a rep for a very long time and I am just building up my collection, so it's something that I haven't got around to buying yet, but I will do. So just make sure that you are blending in and down your neck, because the last thing you want is a line. Nobody wants a line. So guys, I hope you've all had an amazing Christmas. I'm sorry I haven't been very vocal over Christmas. Between not being well and being so busy, I have not had time to even pick up the camera, or actually, to be honest, even wanted to whenever I've been at home, because I have felt so wretched. And today I actually have the cold. I don't feel so bad at the moment. I've had some medication in me so I can breathe again. So I thought while I can actually breathe, I would do this. I'm actually heading out the door shortly with Lynn, and we're going to do some planning for over the next year. So we decided we would go out to a coffee shop in hope that we will actually be more productive outside of the house. I'll let you know how that goes. So just blend, blend, blend. Make sure it's all blended in, because there's nothing worse than seeing lines on anybody's face. So whenever I finish this, I will go into the room that I have my better lighting in so that you can see the full effect better. So that's that part done. I've got my foundation on now. So the next step is deciding what you want on top of your face. Do you want bronzer? Do you want blusher? What do you want to go for? For me, I tend to stay away from blushers because I don't really need any more rosiness in my cheeks. I like to keep that here. And I go for a wee bit of bronzer just to warm my colour up a bit. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go, this is actually a blusher here, and it's a bronzing effect blusher. So this for me is as close as I will ever go to really going for a blusher whenever I'm going out. So I am going to use this brush here. It's a big blusher brush. I'm just dabbing it on, and then I am just tapping off the excess, and I'm going to smile. And I'm going to just brush this over my cheeks and up towards my temple, because this is really going to lift the cheekbones and give you that warm glow that you're wanting to have. And then what you can also do is just at the tops of your head, under your chin, and just a wee bit down your neck as well, because that is where you want to have a wee bit of colour in your face. So before you move on, obviously you want to put on some concealer. So just like my foundation, I pop a bit on the back of my hand, and then I get my brush and just underneath the eyes and just blend, blend, blend. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to bring you in closer, guys. Okay, so that's you now in closer so you can actually see what I'm going to be doing. So that's one eye done. A lot of people ask the question, should I put foundation on before or after my concealer? Well, I always put mine on before I put on my concealer, for the sheer fact that if you put on your concealer first, well, surely whenever you put on your foundation, then you're just going to be wiping it off. So the next step for me then would be setting your under eye makeup, and what I use for that is the FM fixing powder. Focus in. the FM fixing powder, and it comes in a translucent white powder, and you don't need very much. So I just take a small, what is this brush called? This is my contour brush, but I like to use this one. So just tap off the tap off the excess, and just dab underneath the eyes, and again, and underneath the other eye. And that is your under eye makeup set. So the next thing you want to do is decide what colour you're going for your eyes. Do you want something dark? Do you want to go for something natural? I have a couple of different palettes within the FM range that are really my go-to palettes, and it's these two palettes here. One is called Chocolate Mousse and the other one is called Silver Dust. And for daytime looks I would tend to use Chocolate Mousse a lot, but for tonight I'm going to use this one here. So we're going to go for a really smoky effect. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is apply a base. Okay, and I seem to have misplaced my eye base. So for the purposes of this, I'm just going to keep my foundation as my base, but guys, I do highly recommend that whenever you're doing makeup that you always use an eyeshadow base. And I have tried quite a few different shadow bases and I do absolutely adore the FM one. It's really easy to use. It just comes in a pot very much like this here, and you just dip your finger in and just pat it on, and it really, a little goes a long way. So anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to start off by putting on our base colour, and I'm going to go for the white. Okay, so once we've put on the base, then we are going to add in some of this grey here. And for me, the key is blend as you go. Okay. So now that I have both eyes done there, I am going to add in the darkest grey colour, and we're going to give it that really smoky effect now. And if you're like me and have very hooded eyes, this sort of effect will give you the illusion of more of a socket. So just blend down just a little bit into your main colours. Okay, so that's the eyeshadow done. Now we're going to move on to eyeliner. And for me, for this look, I'm going for a black eyeliner, and this is Long Lasting Automatic Eye Pencil. And for me, the best thing, I run the black along the rim. I do apologise if people find this gross. Then I close my eyes and do my upper lashes there. My tight line, I think it's called. If your waterline and your tight line, I'm not sure where they get the names. So I find I really like a very, very black. And I do find that this is. So pop a wee bit underneath your eyelid, underneath that lash line. I'm not going to put any eyeliner on the top lashes. We're going to leave it as is. And just same on the other side. So my next step then is I'm just going to take a flat brush. Just taking a flat brush and just sort of smudging that in. And then what you want to do is just take some of the lighter grey and just run it along underneath as well. Okay, and now for mascara. And what I like to do for my mascara is I put on a base. We have a fantastic brow and lash creator, and I'm going to give this a second or two to sort of dry. You don't want it to dry fully. Okay, so the next thing you'll want to do is your eyebrows, and we have a fantastic automatic eyebrow pencil, and I am just going to run this through my eyebrows and just bring it down a wee bit at the end, just to give the illusion of a wee bit more length. I am in the process of growing my eyebrows, so this parts of it are a wee bit more sparse than they would normally be. I had the unfortunate experience of having a trainee do my eyebrows, and she took far too much off. So once I've done that, then I like to run through with the eyebrow gel, which really holds your eyebrows in place so well. Okay, so now that's given enough time for our mascara. So then I'm going to use the New Dimension lash mascara. I don't have the longest of eyelashes, so I like this one because it really gives the illusion of longer lashes. And I do highly recommend doing a few coats of mascara. Any mascara that you're using, you're going to get better benefit from it if you use a couple of coats. I've had people complain about mascaras that they use, and I've asked them how many coats, and they've been like, oh, I just use one and go out the door. I thought that's all you needed. And it's like, no. Mascara is all about the building of the lashes. And actually recently at a party I was rushing to get my makeup done. I actually did it in the car on the way over, and when I got to the party there was a lady there asking about mascara. I said, I tell you what, I'll do a demonstration, and I put mascara on this eye that I'm doing right now and didn't on the other eye, and I did the same thing that you've just seen me do, and she could really see the difference in my eyelashes, and she then bought some. I have to say guys, I find that this makeup brand and the majority of their products, fragrances and everything, they really sell themselves. Obviously people are intrigued and a wee bit iffy to start off with because they're like, I don't know this company, who are they? But once they see them, once they see the products and everything, once they see how good they are, they're like, okay, I'm interested now. So, done a few coats. And just do the bottom ones. And that is the eyes, guys. So now I will zoom out. So as I said, sometimes I like to just do sort of a neutral, so I'm going to go for a neutral colour on my lips today, and I am using Innocent Pink lip gloss. It's a wee bit shimmery. I think it's really, really good for parties. And what I love about the lip gloss is it isn't sticky, it isn't really wet, but it just gives you the right amount of gloss on your lips. So guys, that is it. That is my makeup look. For my hair, I would probably just wear it down. So now let's go into the other room and I will show you what this looks like. Okay guys, so here you go. This is how I look. As you can see, I've really warmed up the cheeks using a bronzer, and we have the really smoky eye and the very subtle lip gloss on the lips, so as not to take away from the eyes. For me, I always go for smoking up my eyes, although I actually have to say during the day a lot I would wear a darker lip gloss or lipstick or something than I would at night. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope it's useful for you in seeing how more of the FM products work. I'm sorry the lighting sucked the whole way through. So I hope the ending was worth it, and pop over to my Facebook fan page and check out the albums. You'll see the makeup catalogue is in the album section over there. Look through it. If there's anything in there that you would like to see me try out in a video, let me know in the comments. Either pop it down here or pop it on over there, and I'll do a video for that for you guys. See you all in my next one. Love yous. Mwah. Bye bye.